unconditional love. So for example, if someone has unconditional love for you, they love you no matter what. If they have conditional love for you, then they only love you if they let you borrow their car, if you give them money, if you cook for them. So conditional, just like what we're going to see in the next slide, is not guaranteed. And the main thing I want you to remember, it depends on something else. So if someone loves you conditionally, they love you depending on what you do for them. And so we're going to talk about how do we do that in math. So again, conditional depends on something. If you this, then this happens. So in math, what we see is a conditional is this right here. If P, then Q. If P, then Q. A conditional is written in this order, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So when they give you a sentence, what you're going to have to do is figure out which one is the P and which one is the Q. So here's an example. If P, then Q. How you know which one is the P? P, okay. P is before the comma. And the Q is after the comma. So if I look at this sentence, it says, if you live in Italy, you like tomatoes. So the P, here's my word if, here's my comma. All of this before that comma is my P. Now let's talk about the Q. Q is anything after the comma. There's my comma again right there. So everything after the Q, everything after the comma is the Q. So again, the P is anything before the comma, and the Q is after the comma. Let's see other examples. So the first one says, if you are a student at South Hills High School, then you are a freshman. I look for that comma. So anything before that comma, all of this is what again? The P. Anything after this comma, there's my comma, anything after this comma is the Q. So let's look at number 2. See if you can figure it out. So you can pause the video. So I'm hoping you found the comma. And then the first part before the comma, let me do it in a different color. Let me be consistent. Anything before that comma is the P. Anything after the comma is the Q. So try the third one. Again, pause the video. So find the comma. Anything before the comma is the P. Anything after the comma is the Q. Are you starting to see an order? Do you see how the P's come first, then the comma, and then the Q's? So today, later today in class, we're going to talk about different ways of writing a conditional. We have 4 types: a conditional, a converse, an inverse, and a contrapositive.